Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a huge round of applause for Mr. Pavan Patil, the end-use manager, construction chemicals and marine and protective coatings, Indian subcontinent. We are pleased to welcome Mr. Pavan, a seasoned professional in the coating industry with over 15 years of experience spanning product development, technical support and the business development. Since 2019, Mr. Patil has been serving as the end-use manager at BYK India, where he leads as a technical support and business development for the construction, marine and protective, powder, wood and floor coatings segment across the Indian subcontinent. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Pavan Patil on the stage, please. Thank you.
Hello, hope I'm audible. Please help me if at all it is not audible in the end of this whole hall. Thank you. So, myself Pavan, thank you for my quick introduction, ma'am. And I'll drive you through additives. We have seen from morning binders, fillers, pigments. Now let's take a little flavor on the additives. We will be covering few aspects of it, especially the wax one, and also the sustainability and the regulatory aspect, which I'll touch upon. So, waxes, we all are aware of. There are various different surface properties which it delivers in various applications. And these are few glimpses which I'm just showing with use of these images. I'll not deep dive on that, but first, wax additives. If we try to technologically term it, and which is little difficult to differentiate it itself from the other materials. So to simplify it, waxes are nothing but an organic compounds which are having melting point close to, like, starts from 40 degrees Celsius and having very less melt viscosity, which differs from either fats and oils and also the resins and plastics available. So also the temperature stability, it doesn't chemically decomposes with obviously the temperature, again distinguishing itself from the natural resins. This is how the wax is about, just to give you a flavor. And if we wanted to classify it, it can be classified as a natural, semi-synthetic and the synthetic waxes. To proceed further, wax, as we all are aware of, it is extracted from various sources. And when we extract it, the raw form of wax is not at all feasible to use it in our regular applications, though it is paint, inks, or any subsidiary applications are concerned. So to make it easy to use, easy to handle, and to make maximum out of it with respect to the properties, we are supposed to transform it in the usable form. So the micronization comes into the picture. The micronized powders are there. It is also like micronized in a liquid medium. It can be either water or an organic solvents. This is how the wax dispersions or the wax additives looks like. Now, if we can bifurcate waxes with respect to the chemistries, then it is responsible to give you either water repellency, anti-blocking performance, abrasion or scratch resistance, mechanical properties, and also the scuff resistance. From the aspect of particle size, waxes can deliver either soft feel, haptic effect to the textured one. And followed by that, it can also help you to reduce the gloss of your system. Another aspect where the effect pigment orientation aspect also is delivered with use of the wax dispersion. I'll give you few glimpses in the further slides. But before that, we have tried to make a graph to have an easy understanding on different types of waxes and how we can have an easy understanding, or rather the selection of these products. So the plot is polarity versus melting point. Now, if the waxes are falling between 50 to 100 degrees Celsius, these usually help to have an low coefficient of friction. If we are intending to get an mechanical properties like scratch, abrasion resistance, then melting point ranges from 100 to 150 degrees Celsius is how we can focus on. For anti-slip, again, between 150 to 170. Now, if we specifically focus on low polar region, then anti-blocking and water repellency properties comes into the picture. There are various chemistries which delivers various aspect of these surface properties, which are plotted on the graph. Now, there are also few polymers which gives wax-like properties, and these are nothing but biopolymers. Some of the products we have tried to plot it just to get an quick understanding what are the products and what are the properties we can extract it from in obviously our coatings or ink formulations. These were for solvent-based system. For aqueous-based systems, these are the few products. So Aquasa, Aquatix, Aquamat, these are all water-based, rather the dispersion in water. And Seraflows are micronized powdered waxes. And you can see the green one, these are the naturally extracted micronized wax. I'll drive you through those in further slides. Now, this was all about the various types of waxes. Let us get a quick glimpse on the various surface properties which we can get it from the these additives. First, water repellency. This is more of related to the polarity. If you can recall the graph, it is on the lower corner, which is for the low polar and having the melting point between 50 to 100 degrees Celsius. Now, to have a better understanding, we have tried to do some case studies where a light gray paint is modified with 3 different types of waxes at different dosages. You can see from the images itself. Now, these surfaces are coated with another water-based, without any wax modification, kind of a layer. From this image, it is clearly visible that Aquasa gives an excellent water repellency in various dosages. Obviously, because of the unpolar nature. This is one example. Moving to the anti-blocking. Now, when we talk about anti-blocking, these properties are mainly concerned with, I'll give you a quick example, like let's consider coated panels, and they are stacked upon each other. And if it doesn't have an anti-blocking performance, it will have a tendency to stick on it, or rather it will leave the impression. So unfortunately, we will have a shabby overall appearance. These are peculiar specifically into the door rims or the window rims. Especially into the wood coatings is quite prominent performance which is required. Now another case study. This is a simple manual test. Here again water-based single pack system is used, which is modified with different wax additive. Now the coated cured panels applied on a drawn-on paper are cut in a form of strips and they are folded so that the same coating is facing towards each other and it is placed with some weight for specific time. Now, after that specific time, this strip is opened up quickly so that whether there is any blocking which has happened or not. The images are clearly evident that control Aquasur 513 didn't perform well, whereas Aquasur 539 helped to give you the anti-blocking performance. Obviously, since it is having a mid-polar region, the another aspect of the polarity. The another property, effect pigment orientation. Now, let's take an example of glittering finish, which is because of the effect pigments into the formulation and its peculiar orientation in the coating, then only we will be able to get an beautiful glittering or a metallic finish. Now, if those coatings are not uniformly maintained, then obviously we will have some challenges. What are the challenges? Here is the example. This is a wet coating film thickness. Over the film, these effect pigments are oriented uniformly. Obviously, it shows you the uniform appearance. Now, over the period, when there are some, there are some molecular currents and also water solvent evaporation happens, this gets distorted. And this results into the patchiness or even the overall surface of these glitter finish are not uniform. That is how the overall challenge comes. So it is important to maintain that overall orientation which is ideally intended for. For this, there is another study which we did in water-based acrylic emulsion system, where one is without any kind of an modification. You can see the left-hand image, whereas in the same system with Aquatics 8421, it has delivered with the uniform appearance. Same is observed with the flop angle, and still it maintains the uniformity. Along with that, it is also observed in wet film, or rather in can appearance, it helped to have an anti-settling performance as well. Nothing but an rheological aspect which it has also helped to give. So, along with excellent pigment dispersion, effect pigment orientation, it also have various advantages which you can see, but along with that, one peculiar one is, if we are intending to have a fast rheological recovery, we can also achieve it if we couple up Aquatics 8421 with Laponite RD. Now, across all these case studies, you might have recognized it is across all the systems are more of the examples with respect to the water-based systems. Yes, the overall today's focus was on water-based. That's why we have taken example more on the water-based systems. But we do have the wax dispersion, wax-based additives for solvent-borne, solvent-free system, even the radiation curable systems. Now, I guess another technical glitch. Another topic which wanted to quickly touch upon, regulatory and sustainability. We as in BYK, we are committed to serve the product which are compliant to the latest regulations, and also to provide the products which are sustainable. Now, first angle towards regulatory, PTFE. So PTFE based wax contains PFAS material. Now this PFAS compound has a direct impact on the human health, which is how the latest regulation talks about. And these are the set of products which contains PTFE. End of this year, these all products will be phased out. But what is PTFE is about? Let us quickly understand. Unlike regular wax additives, which orients itself on the surface, coating surface, to obviously serve the performance, PTFE orients itself across the bulk of the coating. It is not only the surface, but across the bulk of coating. Along with that, it has peculiar property to give you the excellent abrasion resistance, chemically inert, no sensitivity towards the temperature resistance. Now, during development, it was quite a big challenge to have an PTFE-free wax additive performing with all these, or rather matching all these various properties. So we focused especially on the abrasion resistance. There are products like Seraflor 1050, 51 and 52. These all products are PTFE-free. This serves equivalent performance. I'll explain you through a quick case study. This is single pack acrylic emulsion based systems and having co-solvent of 10%. In this comparative study, it has been observed that PTFE free waxes have shown comparative results to that of the PTFE based wax into the same systems at the, again, at the same level of dosage. Moving further, along with these high abrasion resistance performance, it most importantly, it also gotten food compliant and no negative impact on the leveling. The another aspect of sustainability, we have almost 6 range of Seraflor 1000 series waxes. These are biopolymers performs like wax, and that is how we show you the Seraflor 1000 series. These are effectively utilized to have a matting efficiency. Followed by that, it maintains the transparency and having no influence on the viscosity. Suitable for all these 6 waxes are suitable across all the various systems: radiation curable, aqueous, solvent-free, solvent-based systems. Now, Seraflor 1000, since 2011, this product is in the market. Rather, we have developed, and it is 97% renewable, obviously from biorenewable resources, 100% biodegradable, gives you the soft fill effect, obviously at required dosages, increased scratch resistance, suitable for various systems. We already saw that. Continuing to that, Seraflor 1001, 1002 are also the product which varies with particle size, and if we are intending to have a high transparency into the system, Seraflor 1001 is a product. If we wanted to have a slight texture effect, then Seraflor 1002 is the product. In continuation, Seraflor 1003, 1004 are based on cornstarch, and 1010 is based on rapeseed chemistry. Now, these are both Seraflor 1003 and 4 are suitable for regular coating application, but especially 1010 is suitable for radiation curable system. This is how we recommend. Now, overall, to quickly summarize, wax additives helps us to give you the surface protection along with water repellency or surface properties like anti-blocking. Gloss reduction and also haptic effect can be easily achievable with use of this type of products. And also the another interesting aspect, rheology based systems in the system can be also introduced with use of the waxes. That's all from my end. Thank you for your attention. Any questions or comments are welcome. Thank you.